it is. I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. To my right is Mitchell, and down at the bottom there is Lucas. Mitch, how are you doing, mate?
I'm very good, mate. How you doing?
I'm very, very fucking well, bruv. Like, West Ham are flying at the minute. We look like we're doing all right.
We're not flying. We're on the way up. We're on the way up. Things looking good.
Yeah, we're on the way up. Lucas, how is your UK stay, son?
It's good. We haven't lost so far, and long may it continue.
Lucas
turn your mic up slightly, Lucas, if you can.
Yeah,
Reverse the curse.
Lucas has reversed the curse, mate, 100%. But we're going to get into it. Right, first topic of conversation tonight is, has Moyes silenced his doubters? Right, Mitch, over to you, mate.
I think he has.
You reckon?
The reason why everyone was saying Moyes out, or people that were saying it, was because they said he's too stubborn to change. But what we've seen over the last 2 weeks is change. He's stuck Skamaka in. He's put his faith in Skamaka. He's put faith in Kera at right back.
Right.
And that's two big changes that they were asking for. There's still, it's not perfect. There's still like slight niggling problems, like Sojek's still starting. We're not back to vintage West Ham, when we was at our best last season, but it's improving. And we've made the changes. So the people that were saying Moyes out, we're wrong. Well, at the moment, at least, they've been proved wrong, which I'm very happy to see.
What about you, Lucas? What do you make of this sort of Moyes doubters? Because I'll be honest with you, before I sort of hand it to you, Lucas, I was on the brink of I think the Wolves game for me was the game where I went, if he don't win this game against a poor Wolves side, then I think he's done. And he managed to turn that game around, get the win, then beat Anderlecht, and then beat Fulham. What do you think, Lucas?
It's not a tough question, but I don't want it to be like blown out of proportion. I wouldn't say it's like a convincing yes, just because it in my eyes it's just like a baby step into the right direction. Like, yes, it is great that he's made changes that we've all wanted to see, and I would say it's about a 50-50 split on what we think the last change should be in the right direction. It'd be Flynn Downs for Thomas Souček. But, 2 out of 3, not bad. But obviously it's nice to see 3 wins on the bounce, including Anderlecht away. But, we haven't really – I'm not gonna say fully yes until we either string some more wins together or we put in a very good performance. Like, if we beat Southampton away, 3 wins on the bounce, that would be convincing to me. And then say if we were to beat Liverpool, which in this current situation, current climate, I think we have a very good chance at beating them with what's going on. And then Man United away, if we could get a draw or maybe win one of those, then I'll be fully convinced that everyone was wrong about Moyes. But if I had to answer your question, I would say yes, but it's not 100% convincing just because it's Fulham, Anderlecht, and Wolves. We should be beating them even at our worst.
I agree with
nice.
I agree what Tony says here. Yeah, he says I'm still on the fence, and we have only played Wolves and Fulham in the Prem, and they are shite. Right, I agree with Tony there. I think I'll know more after the Southampton game away. The Liverpool game, I will expect to see something there. Because
we have shown improvement in our performance level.
We have.
Would you say we have? Really?
Oh, mate, 100%.
What is in levels? Against Fulham, right? We played okay against Fulham. I won't say we was vintage against. Second half we was good against Fulham. First half we weren't.
But the thing is, we're taking our chances more now, though. It's a change. It's a change. Everyone's saying Moyes is too stubborn, but he's made the changes.
I think he had to, though, Mitch. I think he was forced to in one way.
So
Yeah,
like I said, it's the right step in the right direction, but I don't think we can all say we're fully convinced yet. Like, if I had to give you a percentage, I would say I'm at like 60% because I think making the changes is huge. Like, that was a huge step for Moyes.
Yeah.
Like, putting Garrett right back. As easy as it may sound to all of us, it may not have been that easy to Moyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, when I look at us, right, over the last 3 games, I look at the Wolves game. We started off slow again, and we got away with it. We managed to score.
We always start off dodgy,
but we've got to cut that shit out straight away.
Yeah.
Like, starting off slow because good teams will just put us away.
It's happened every game this season so far.
Against Anderlecht, it wasn't a vintage performance, but we got the job done. That was a job done performance.
And to be fair, that B team we had was, don't get me wrong, it's good enough, but like, it is the B team. They were
Anderlecht's away is tough with your B team, very tough.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I didn't think we'd win. I thought we'd be a draw.
And there was a handful of players I thought were pretty shit. So I mean, you gotta like
Fulham are a decent side.
Yeah, but Fulham are a good side. Don't get me wrong, but so are we. And when we start off slow against Fulham, though, Mitch, you must have been going mad in the ground because obviously I haven't got both of your reactions from the Fulham game since. When we go 1-0 down in like 5-10 minutes or something, and in that first 20 minutes we could have easily been 2-0 down. That to me doesn't spark of West Ham changing their tune. I think we earned the penalty through Dawson. I will say that. And after that, bit of brilliance from Scamacca and Antonio at the end, sort of winning the day. I think what we've learned is we've managed to nick results rather than sort of really put teams away. Like, we should be putting Fulham away really quite comfortably, and we did in the end. At the start, we didn't.
Well, we did in the end. I mean, I know everyone was going about the controversial goals and that, but we created enough chances. And for me, that was the problem. I thought even Chelsea, Spurs, Villa, Brighton, all them games we struggled to create chances, like big chances. Fulham, we created 2 massive chances for Scamacca, which on another day put both away.
He should have
so we didn't do that. We couldn't do that beforehand, could we? We could create those chances. Obviously, the difference is Paqueta's moulded into a squad now.
And Scamacca.
And of course, Scamacca, like his position shits all over Antonio's. Like,
do you think also another
them chances for himself?
Yeah. Do you know what I think? Another position that we don't really get a lot of mention, we will lead on to Craig Dawson in a minute, is the fact that Kehra's gone at right back. Like,
I said that.
Yeah, since he's 100%. Gone right back, right, and no Kufal there.
We could talk about that all day long, and
we could. Kufal is a cunt, and I think for me,
Jesus Christ.
The only place he gets in the squad now is in cup games and Europa League, and that is actually for me when we start going to knockouts. He should be playing. For me, so far gets the group stages now and cup games, and that's it really. And then honestly, at the end of the season, I wouldn't be against selling him. You may think I'm crazy. I'd rather Ben Johnson be our backup because Sufar is getting older as well. Like, he's not a young bloke. He's like nearly 30.
Yeah,
and that's a tough one.
The thing is, a lot of wages. He's on 70 grand a week.
Yeah,
pays up more wages. He's not going to improve, is he? He's not that kind of player. He's not like he's 22 and he's a bit rough around edges. He's just got a lot wrong with his game, and I've said that for ages. I said that last season. He's just a crackhead, and look, as much as I loved him in his first season, I thought it was superb. But now he's completely gone. He's just completely dropped off a cliff, and if we could get like say 7 million for him at the end of this season, and free up some wages, I think I'd be happy. I may be sounding harsh, but I just want different kind of right backs at a club, just more composed people that know how to play football. So far, did not know how to play football.
The thing is, though, Mitch, because Alfie put something up on Twitter earlier on to sort of roll the West Ham fan base up.
What did he say today?
Today, he said, "Where are all the Moyes out people now?" Because Moyes has won 3 games in a row. But what Alfie didn't forgot to remind you that he's only won 9 games in like 2022. Do you know what I mean? So, like,
like I get what he's saying, but at the same time, I can't fully back him up on that because it is only Wolves. It is Anderlecht, and it is Fulham.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I do want to agree with him, at the end of the day, you have to think about who you're playing, what our standards are. I mean, I guess if you're looking at our standards currently, like sure, but like in the grand scheme of things, our standards should be that high. Like,
I agree.
See, this is the thing on Sunday. I know you boys are going to be there. If we don't get a right result against Southampton, because I'm not going to say that we should go there and be guaranteed to win, because we do struggle down there on the South Coast, I must admit. But if we go there and we do get rolled over by them, like in a way that we did last year, we lost 3-1 in the cup, and the 0-0 draw is a 0-0 draw.
That's not acceptable.
That's the thing, and that's what I was going to lead.
I don't think we will.
That's what I was going to lead on with. I think we do have a decent history with Southampton, and if we were to win, let's just say 1-0 away at Southampton, then I would be 100% convinced, like Moyes, not Moyes in, but like Alfie's tweet, I would be 100% backing that because a result at Southampton away is a good result, a win at least. And a draw wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, depending on how we played. Like, say if we played the way we did against, everyone loves to say Forest. Say if we played that same way and it ended 1-1, I could maybe take something away from that. But
do you think, again, it's all about performance.
Yeah.
If both teams on Sunday are terrible and it ends in like a 0-0 or 1-0,
and we all know
I'm not going to be happy.
We all know how it's going to go because Southampton's lost 4 on the bounce. We all know what happens when we go up against a side that's lost 3, 4, 5 in a row. We're going to lose or draw in dramatic fashion. But I'm excited for Sunday and very thankful. But yeah, I can fully back Alfie's testament if we get 3 points on Sunday, because that will be a good result. And I think if we win 3 on the bounce with that, I think we could be cooking.
I think we're close to cooking, but I don't think we're there yet. I will say this.
I agree. But again, James, Rome ain't built in one day, so we can't just go from dropping really poor performances game in, game out, to just turn it around and being excellent. And what I'm seeing is improvement. I'm seeing improvements in our play. We are creating more chances, being much more.
I will give you
not going down the wings all the time.
Yeah, I'll give you your due, right? And I will say this, that he has changed his tune, Moyes, in regards of since the international break. He comes back.
2 out of 3 big tunes.
Yeah,
we've got to mention that. I would say, like, everyone thinks, like, I know how Mitch obviously thinks about Flynn down Souček, but I would say to me, it's everyone's opinion on where they rank that priority of change. Like me personally, I had Carrot right back in Scamacca at striker as like tied for first.
Yeah,
because Souček can in some matches be very useful and viable.
Well, I'm with you.
I think it's a bit too far.
I'm with you to a point. Now look at the next sort of 4 games. West Ham have got Southampton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Manchester United in the Prem. Yeah. Now for me, it's going to be tough to get sort of. If we get 6 points out of them games, I'll be over the moon. I think Liverpool.
No, I want 6 points. I want 6 points.
You want 6 points?
Yeah.
I'm just not convinced.
I think we could get a win against United or Southampton.
Yeah.
I
think Southampton we can beat.
Southampton ain't great.
Yeah. I expect us to
piss off.
I have, as much as I hate saying this, I really do think Liverpool is there for the taking. Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to be out.
So
Joe Matip's going to be out. They've been absolutely horrid.
Trent, Diaz.
Yeah, and Luis Diaz. Is there.
Is that the reason why, before I sort of lead on to other things, is that the reason why a lot of the fan base are a bit sort of mixed with Moyes at the minute? Because in these sort of bigger games, because you can say Wolves, fair enough, we beat them, Fulham, we beat them. but we're going to go up against Southampton, who we struggle against. We're going to go up against Liverpool, that we never very rarely win at Liverpool. Like, they're the games where he's got to turn a corner, Moyes. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's beat anyone in the top 6 at their own ground. I don't think, if I remember, if I got that right. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's got to change. He's got to change something. I'm glad he's changed the personnel as a start, but he's got to change, though, isn't he? Surely.
But I think changing the personnel.
I think start play changed, don't you, Lucas?
No, I think it has as well. But I think the personnel change will result in confidence and just like tactics in general. Because I feel like Kerr, not saying Soufal's up for every match. We know that. Like Mitch says, he's a crackhead. He's a crackhead, but he's up for every match he plays in. He'll die for the badge.
Scotty Venn has put 79 pence in.
Cheers, Scott.
Nice one, Scott. Start Ben Rama over 4 now. I will get to everyone's comments shortly. I really will.
Like, I feel like if you replace Kerr, or when you put Kerr in the same atmosphere or position as Soufal, I do think Kerr is going to perform better against the likes of like Liverpool or United, just because the quality will show. And Kerr has the same desire and fight as
and the composure from passing up from the back. Soufal would just lose his head and just smack it up and give away
and we all know,
which you need against a tougher sides, because you won't get as much possession.
And we all know Moyes doesn't like going at squads on the road, but just changing that personnel, like, for all we know, the players could be like, all right, you know what, we really don't feel like being that conservative. We're going to take it up a gear, take it up a notch. And they'll take it upon themselves. Because that self-intuition is important. Like, sometimes you do have to kind of like realize what the manager wants us to do is not working. You don't want to be like disrespectful about it, but sometimes you have to take it into your own hands, be like, we actually need to take it up a gear. This isn't working. And I expect that from Declan Rice at Liverpool away, United away, Southampton away. Like, if it's not working, I expect Declan Rice to act as like a second manager, as the captain, and be like, all right, boys, fuck this. Let's take it up a gear. We need to be more aggressive.
One thing I'm going to say is this, it leads on to a good point. Evening James, Mitch, what do you think of Paqueta so far? Honest opinion. I do rate that man who's put the comment in. So, Mitch, what do you think of Paqueta? Have you assessed Paqueta's arrival at West Ham?
So the thing is, I thought he was an exceptional player before he came anyway. So I did say weeks before, as you know, James.
I remember, I'm still trying to find the clip. I'm still trying to find it. I did
say he's the one we need to sign. Because I explained the reason why, and you can go back to it if anyone can find it. But I said our way of playing is so one-dimensional. We would just play down the wing and cross it in. It happened at the end of last season. It happened at the start of this season, and we were struggling massively.
Yeah.
And then you've seen the last 2 games the difference in play. Look at Anderlecht, the goal we scored. It wasn't whipped in cross like it usually is. It was just a bit of invention, a bit of class.
A bit of what? A bit of what, Mitch?
Through the middle. A bit of panache.
Yes.
Panache. Exact same for the 3rd goal.
Yeah.
When against Fulham, little dink over to Skamaka. Same for the chance where you put Skamaka in through the middle. These chances are not some things Fornals or Ben Rama would create, because they would pick up the ball and pass it to the wingers, as they always have done, and that's always pissed me off.
Yeah.
But Paqueta offers something a lot different. He's got a brain. That's what he's got.
One thing I will say before you carry on is every time Paqueta gets the ball, it's always a forward pass. Every time.
It makes me randy.
Yeah, trust me, mate. It's so refreshing to
West Ham Fan TV.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not banned. I just didn't want to do it anymore. That's all. Personal choice.
Go on, Mitch. Carry on.
I do think he started really inconsistent. I still think there's things he needs to brush up on, but he's improving. And people that were shutting him down like a few games ago saying, jury's still out, got to say you were all wrong, including you, James, as well. I think you were one of them.
I was, mate. I'm still like that a little bit.
For a player like him to adapt to the Premier League. Just, he's been used to a style of play where players take a long time to press him, and he's got loads of time on the ball. And a player of this quality, you've got to give time. The quality which I know he's got, and I know he's showing at the minute.
Cheers, Simon.
You've got to give him time, especially someone like him, and give him Skamaka a bit of time now. And he's absolutely flourishing, and Paqueta's improving. Some players, just because some other players they come in and smash it straight away, doesn't mean all the other players are. And down the years, it's happened with so many players. I can't name off the top of my head. So many players who come to the Premier League, struggled, and in the second season absolutely smashed it. You've got to give certain players a certain amount of time.
And I'll be honest, like the fact that Paqueta's already done what he's done, and he's only been with us for how long now?
5 games. 5 games is
that
Cheers, mate.
That in itself is enough to tell me you give him a whole season to adapt, he's going to be absolutely different gravy.
I will say I do agree with you. For me, as before I get to Scarborough's comment, I do look at Paqueta. I do like the way he works things. I think he's just slowly getting to grips with the Prem. I think it's just a slow process with him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's not as slow as some individuals at West Ham. I will say that. But what I do like about the man, I must admit, I do fucking like it a lot, is when he gets the ball, it's always on the half turn and he's always looking to play a ball forward, which is excellent. It's never a sideways and back pass. It's always a forward thinking pass. Yeah,
I'm getting analysis up. For fuck's sake, I can't even speak like I've done before.
Well, when you can't speak, but I'll get to Scarborough's comment. Moyes has got to trust the players to run.
I struggle with fucking analysis for some reason.
The hard yards, what I trust in players to play a braver style of football. The new boys are improving that with a positive forward attitude. Totally agree with Scarborough on that.
This is what I think about the Paqueta thing. Like, I don't even think he's not struggling with how he wants to play in the Premier League. I think it's just like the speed and physicality really and adjusting to the officials, in my opinion. He's shown already, no doubt, he is not troubled by anyone in the league. Like, of what he's pulled off so far, his passing, his assists, just like the way he passes forward. I think his biggest adjustment so far has just been how the referees are going to officiate the matches, what he can get away with, what he can't. But besides that, I think he's been better than, like, I think he's just been really good for his short he's been in the league. Like, normally when we get players like that, it takes a long time. But the fact that
things happen at the end of the day, he's making things happen.
Is
More
this a
than any
good
other
point?
attackers playing, he's giving things away, those passes, but he's making a lot of things happen as well.
His risk
He's very
reward,
productive.
his risk reward levels are so high, and his floor is so high for his risk reward level. It's just fantastic.
Mate, just something very, very simple. Very, very simple.
I'll put you on full screen so people can see what you're on about.
Instead of just receiving the ball.
Yeah.
And
you're on full screen.
So this is what everyone who's Souček sucking their fucking...
Yes, Mitch, carry on.
Yeah, Souček, if he received this pass, he would pass it back to whoever's standing there, or sideways. This is a sign of a player which has a footballing IQ. And people, it's the simplest thing in the world, this, and it's going to look stupid when I show you. But it's so simple, but none of our players do it, besides from him. Literally takes the ball, and this comes to a chance. Touches the ball, turns straight away, passes it forward.
And it's a wonderful ball.
It's so simple, but no one else in the team does
He's
that.
got a point.
No one picks it up, turns with the ball.
It's a half turn.
And you know what the problem is? Pass. The only person in our squad that would ever do that is our central defensive midfielder, Declan Rice.
Right, 100%.
Which is a gargantuan problem.
Richie's version of match of the day. I'll tell you what, it will be good. Good attackers give the ball away sometimes. I agree on that.
Mate, he's not good. He's great.
Yeah, this is a good point from Peter. Yeah, this is a very, very good point from Peter. Peter says this: I feel the Liverpool game will be a fair test for West Ham. Will give us a better idea of the new recruits are settling in. Now, 1,000%. I agree. I totally agree on that comment. I really do. Like, they will have plenty of time to
play. I need to see it again. It was so good.
Mate, he's facing that way.
And Mitch, that was absolutely right in front of me. That's where I was sitting.
Mitch,
and in person, it was
you're
absolutely fucking amazing.
You're on solo. Like, take it away.
Wait, touch, turn, bang. Something so simple, but the people that still criticise the cricket on the weekend really wound me up.
And look at him. Look at him calling for the ball. He wants the ball.
He turns straight away. Bush, turn, bang. It ends up being a goal.
When you look at him like that, I'll be straight. There's levels. There's just levels to the game. And
what do I tell you every time? The guy just wants the ball. He's calling for it. He shows for it. He wants the ball.
It's something so simple which doesn't get enough attention, is it?
Nah.
It just doesn't get enough attention.
No, I do agree. I do agree with you on you. Mitch, you have a little announcement.
Yeah, I do. So, all members on this channel, if anyone's wanting to enter a giveaway, which I highly recommend you do, because basically you're getting a free Skamaka or Paqueta shirt, which is it's worth a decent amount of dough these days, especially with the energy bill prices.
It's a decent punt, baby.
All members will get their name entered twice into the giveaway, into the wheel, which means you basically have a double chance of getting not a signed shirt, a Skamaka or Paqueta shirt. So how much is the membership, James?
£3.
What is that in the context that you're doubling a chance of getting a free West Ham shirt?
And trust me, this is coming from me, mate. So I make sure it gets done properly and all. So yeah, listen, by all means,
membership is there, and we will be
double your bubble
top quality content to the membership as we progress and build. And I hope you respect our journey and join us. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and that was the end of his speech. Listen. As we go past Paqueta, one man who has changed our fortunes, and I will say this quite openly, is Craig Dawson, the man at the bottom of the screen. Lucas, Craig Dawson, mate, has come back. West Ham has sparked back into life. What you saying on him?
I don't even know. It's like what I don't know how to describe it, but it almost feels like we're watching a funeral. Like we're celebrating his life in front of our very eyes because we know when it comes January, something is most likely going to happen. I don't even want to say it because it's going to make me cry.
Just say it. Just say it, Lucas. Get it away.
The fact that this man is potentially going to leave us in January really makes me sad. And it's even sadder because it's for a great reason. Like, because at the end of the day, we all know it's Craig fucking Dawson. Yeah. It's fucking Craig. And he has somehow
Craig.
He's somehow become like one of the most iconic cult heroes in our history.
Skamaka fan.
When he leaves in January, it'll be
honestly,
very sad.
I think he deserves a testimonial.
He deserves that, mate.
That's a bit too far, in my opinion.
I don't know, Mitch. He's like a cult hero. This geezer.
Testimonial.
Okay, how
about a charity match?
I won't go testimonial.
Charity match.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Hines.
But no, realistically, Craig Dawson, ever since coming back into his side, just like he literally is a security blanket. He just brings so much like calmness to the back, and then when you just need that extra spark of just like you need the extra push, he just does someone in at a random time and just lifts the crowd.
And do you know what? I remember him at West Brom. Yeah, West Brom, Rochdale, like West Brom more so because Rochdale was where he come through, and then he went to West Brom. He was awful, mate. He's come to us, and especially over the last.
I went awful West Brom. I thought West Brom wasn't too bad.
I thought he
scored quite a few goals.
He scored quite a few goals, but he wasn't a good defender like he is now.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. Mate, that's the thing. Honestly, I really do think defenders nowadays hit their prime in their 30s. I really do. The best bet, like Thiago Silva, Sergio Ramos a year or two ago, he was at Real Madrid. Fucking Pepe, he's 39 and he's still a superb defender.
Chiellini,
Van Dijk at 29, 30. Ogbonna hit his prime like 2-3 years ago when he was like early 30s. It's a thing now where defenders do.
Do you think a lot of this with West Ham's form, as we were talking about the form previous. Do you think a lot of this is to do with Craig Dawson being back at centre half and pushing Kehrer over? Because for me,
I do, but because
100%.
Kehra's going over as well.
Yeah.
Kehra's going over to right back. I don't think it would make a massive difference if it was just Dawson for Kehrer or Dawson for Zuma and then Sufel still at right back. It's mostly the fact that Kehra's come in at right back.
But like, it's still impressive that we can honestly make, because let's be honest, Kehrer to right back is a huge change. It's a gargantuan change. We all know that he could play. Mate. We all know he could play right back.
I don't know, Lucas. Yeah, because I looked at him the other day against Fulham, and in that first up, and I like Kehrer. Right, I've got a lot of time for Kehrer, and I think Kehrer is going to be a top player. If not, he's a top player right now. But first half against Fulham, I thought he was fucking dreadful, mate.
But still would have defended better than what Sufel would have done in that situation.
And he was I agree, but he was all over the place in that first half against Fulham.
But he was still better than what Sufel would have done.
Passing from out of possession was so much better.
But what I'm saying is, when you make a big change like that, because it is a big call to take one of your best defenders on the season, playing at center half and move him to right back, the fact that we can make that big of a change and still bring in Craig Dawson and he's reliable as ever, that just shows how much he means to us. And there is a comment in here from John. I think he said I don't think he sees Craig Dawson leaving in January because of how crucial he is to the squad. I think literally the best thing for us, the luckiest thing ever, would be like a bunch of transfers and loan deals just fall through and he literally can't leave. But sadly, I think we already have one or two loan moves lined up for when we sell him. But I mean, I could speak for all of us, all of West Ham supporters. Like, we really hope he doesn't leave, because Craig Dawson, when we get to those knockout stages, for all we know, he could score the fucking winner in the final in Prague, and we're just, I don't even know. Just it's sad, really. It's sad to think about, but the fact that he doesn't want to leave because of spite or anger towards the club, and he wants to move for his family, like, that does give me a bit of a warm feeling in my heart. But sad.
Yes.
Gosh.
Right, David says. David says here, Kehrer will help Bowen play better as well.
He already has.
I agree on that.
And I've analysed this in our last two play reigns.
I know, mate. I know. It was a very.
I don't even know if we've developed Craig Dawson from what two up, two down hammers has said. Like, Craig Dawson is just such a Brexit defender. Not a lot of.
But he's not. He's really not. Everyone
I don't think he is anymore.
I think he's more of a Rolls Royce now. I think he's he actually takes the ball. And he can
what I'm saying is that Craig Dawson just plays with such, like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like, that is true.
I think, mate, Zuma's more of a Brexit defender, but no one said that about Zuma.
I'm going to ask this year to you: is Craig Dawson our best defender at the club? Because for me, he's the best defender at the club.
He honestly could currently be.
He's better than Zuma at the minute.
Again, a problem with Dawson. It's always been there, and the way we play it does suit him the way we play. And I've been playing the last two games where we do absorb the pressure and then play it quicker.
But at the minute,
really had to come up against any dangerous.
I just think Craig Dawson's no-nonsense style. It's centre half.
Is he?
Really
I don't think he's our best centre half. I still think Zuma's slightly better than him. I think because of the pace.
Don't even question that, James.
and Dawson did have some poor moments last season as well. And Zuma, I think, was better than him last season. We've got to consider these things. And Agai's here. I think Agai's could be the best of all of them.
Agai's going to be top draw.
Even as a centre back.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. If someone said to me right now, James, you've got to pick a centre half who you know is going to be reliable, do a job, and do it to the best of his ability and throw his body everywhere.
Say for the final. Say for a final. Yeah. Craig
Dawson at the minute is in there, mate.
See, and I personally have Zuma personally.
And I'm going to play devil's advocate, but what have you seen from Zuma that's better than Dawson at the minute? Because I've not seen nothing.
And I think he gets the top side in the final.
And I think he is. I think he is a better.
I think Zuma would be better.
And fundamentally, I think Zuma is a better defender than Dawson. But Dawson's ability of not giving a fuck about anyone around him or who he's just picking up, like that is a huge advantage to us because not a lot of defenders, not a lot of defenders nowadays like play with that I don't give a fuck mentality. Like I don't care if I hurt you. I don't care if I hurt who's around me. I'm gonna bush this fucking ball. Or I'm gonna bust you.
That's basically it. In a roundabout way, I will be honest. Like, but I just feel that Dawson's come back at the right time.
He kicked Shea Adams in the fucking head for God's sake. And showed no remorse.
And he didn't get booked for it either, which is very smooth, very smooth.
It's fucking Craig.
It's fucking Craig. And if you don't know what we're on about, go to West Ham clips. I do love clips.
Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally Craig Dawson.
Every time Clips does say it on Twitter, mate, right, I'm like, you know what? Good work, Clips. Always get about 40 likes on it. So it's all good. It's all good. Boys, let's talk about Anderlecht tomorrow. West Ham, top of the Conference League. One more win guarantees us through as, well, potential winners of the group. If not, we go through as qualifying anyway. What do you reckon tomorrow, team-wise? And
well, is Cornet still injured? I've been told Cornet's still injured.
I think
Cornet, I think he ain't going to be risked to this. I really don't.
If he's not injured, if he's injured, then fair enough. But if he isn't, I'd start him up top.
Do you play Dawson tomorrow? Because Dawson's played, and this is one thing I'm going to say. This is one thing I'm going to say. Dawson has played every game since we've come back. So that's Wolves, that's Anderlecht away, and then Fulham.
Exactly.
And he's played well in pretty much every game that he's played in. So, does Dawson play tomorrow? What are you saying about tomorrow, Mitch?
No, Dawson don't start. We need him fresh for Sunday against more dynamic and pacey strikers. And I'm sure Che Adams, a lot more pacey, a lot more direct than Costa and fucking Carlos Vinicius. So, yeah, we need Dawson fit and fresh for Sunday. Dawson should definitely not be starting. If anyone's going to start from that starting back line, then it should be Zuma. I personally, mate, this game I don't give a fuck about. Downs has got to start again, build the confidence. I'd start him, Southampton as well, but that's a different story. I'd start Bonner and Baptiste.
I don't think Baptiste is going to play.
He won't. Really that's what I'm saying. I would do. We should not really give a fuck about this game.
I'll go with Ben Johnson.
I'm sick to death of saying, he's not ready for it. He's not ready. The youth players aren't ready. Let's just fucking try him out. If he's not good, if he's shit, then fuck him off.
See, what I would say to that,
what
I'd say to that, you should give a fuck about this match so we can securely say next match we can do that. Because I mean, there's still a chance for us to fluff the group. Technically,
I'm talking dumb, yeah, but this game matters very little, really, compared to other games. I'm
not if you do the math.
Baptiste. Fabio Silva's shit.
I would say one thing. The only thing that it does do tomorrow is breed more confidence into the team. That's the only thing I will say. So it is important not to lose a game.
I wouldn't play obviously a full strength team tomorrow, but I do think we should. I would like to see us line up a bit better than what we did last time, because if we win, we win the group, and then next group game we can literally pull a Dynamo Zagreb and play all the youth, and then we can have fun.
So would you say, for instance, I'm going to throw a few names out there: Ashby.
I would love to see Ashby play tomorrow.
Ben Johnson at centre half.
I would. Obviously, that's what I was going to say. If we were
Flynn Downs.
Ben Johnson's back there, is he? Oh no, he is.
Yeah,
back
he
there.
is.
Oh, that's for sure. You know what? Bonner, Ben Johnson back then. Back for Ashby right back.
I'll be honest. The only player I don't want to see tomorrow, and it hurts me to say this, I do not want to see Lanzini tomorrow.
I think he's going to play though, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Skamaka, personally.
I think Antonio plays. I think Benny plays.
Antonio's out.
Is Antonio out? Is he?
Yeah, in his conference this morning. So at 1:30 today, I was watching it. It looks like Tono's. He's not been training with us. He's had a cold, so he won't be available.
I don't mind Scamacca
Bowen's
playing as
start.
long as we get the job done within 60 minutes. I think it'll be fine.
He's got a cold, but he's not been training. And he said that. I'm pretty sure. Why do you keep saying to get banned? You're talking absolute butter. Oh, he's just talking shit.
What about Coventry and Downs central midfield?
I'd love to see that. Me personally, I'd like to see Coventry over Lanzini. It hurts me to say that.
Coventry. It's a shame, but I completely forgot about him. Yeah, I'd start Coventry over Lanzini all day long. Coventry, Downs. Yeah, that's it. Ariola,
Coventry,
Ashby,
Downs, Bonner,
Ben Johnson, Emerson, Downs, Coventry, Ben Rama.
I think Bowen starts tomorrow. I think Bowen starts.
He has to. We don't have anyone else. He has to.
That is the only risky player that I know you got 5 subs. I know we've got 5 subs and all that, but I wouldn't. It's a tough one with him because I do think obviously Cornet's out now. Yeah, hopefully Cornet can get back fast because he can be that sort of anchor man to come in and do a job. Other than that, I would play Fornells. I'd play Fornells, Ben Rama, and maybe Bowen up front, and have them 2 behind or something. Because I think Fornells can do 60 minutes.
We're quite light in attack in terms of the wing play still.
When you sort of do look at it, Mitch, and you do sort of weigh it up with our attacking options, one injury completely fucks us.
All right, so let's do our lineups then. James, what would you go with, or do you want me to start?
I'll tell you what, we'll do player by player. So we all agree that Ariola's going to start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
For sure.
So Ariola starts. Now, left back.
And we're going with what we want to see, not what we think.
Yeah, we can go with what we want to see. Now, left back, I would say Emerson.
Yes.
Mitch, you saying Emerson?
Yeah. Build his confidence up. For me, as a cold cut tomorrow, I'd also start him on Sunday.
Do you know what I mean?
I would as well.
I don't know what.
That is the worst. Do you know what I mean? I've ever heard.
I know, mate.
Worst context one I've ever heard.
Gareth Bridges, mate, he's performing comedy tonight.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's top man. Right back. Now you got Ashby, you got Ben Johnson, you got Kafal. Who's going right back for you? I
would like to see Ashby, but I think Sufal plays.
Right, so
Ashby also foul.
Yeah. Now I'm with you. So I think Kafal will play though. If I'm being honest, I think Kafal will start.
Yeah.
Centre halves.
Don't you think it makes more sense for Ashby to start? See what he's really got.
I think
so far we know he's not got a real future here in the future, is he?
If it was up to me, I'd play Ashby.
Yeah. I think because the group isn't sewn up officially, I think Kafal plays.
They've got no threat down the left hand side. They've got some fucking bum.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Right, centre halves. Obviously, one of us. We're all going to say Ogbonna, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're all saying Ogbonna in this. Yeah, he's going to have to play.
I would go Ogbonna and Johnson.
I would agree. I think Johnson centre half. He's done it before. He can do it again for this game. Mitch, are you saying centre half? Johnson and all?
Johnson.
Yeah. Central midfield. I think Flynn picks himself. Flynn Downs. We all agree on Flynn, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other central midfielder, you could say Souček in there for an hour, or you could go Rice in there for an hour, or you could go Coventry in there for the 9.
There's a lot of options I think could go down, but for me, if it was up to me, I would go Downs, Coventry, and Fornells in the middle. But what I think will happen, I do have a sneaky suspicion that Souček may play.
What's going? I hope John T ain't talking bollocks. That Liverpool 7-1 up.
7-1 up. Salah's 6-minute hat trick.
I'm gonna have to quickly check here.
If that's the case, that's my dream team. Now, good.
I think what I would like Downs, Coventry, and Fornells in the middle. But I think what we'll see is Downs, Lanzini, and I think Souček may play.
I got a feeling he does. I got a feeling he will. I think it's either him or Fornells. One of them two will play.
Inter Milan just made it 3-2.
So that's the midfield 3. Yeah. Then what's the front 3? Because if there's no Antonio, we don't want to be risking Scamacca. What's the score? 7-1. Fair enough.
It is. I think it's going to have to be Ben Rama, Skamaka, Bowen, unless he wants to take a shot on Ollie Scarles, which isn't going to happen.
David says this, yeah. David says this. We should not take this game too lightly. Start strong with a win game properly, and then bring on the subs. I agree with that because there's 5 subs. After that, we've got 2-3 games in the conference and can cruise. I do agree with him on that 100% because we've got 5 subs. If it was me, I would play Bowen up front with Ben Rama behind, and maybe who's the other one? Who's the other attacking sort of threat? Because if there's no corner, you don't really want to risk it. Would you play Paqueta in this for an hour?
No.
Just get him in?
Nah, I wouldn't really, mate. He's played a lot. He's played, in the last 3 games as well. For us, I think.
One thing.
Played in the Brazil games, in national, played for both in nationals. He needs a break. Come on, baby.
I wish we had another left back because this could easily be solved with putting Emerson at left wing if we had another left back.
7-1.
Dave's teams this year: Areola, Ashby, Abona, Zuma. Fair enough. Emerson, Downs, Souček. He's put in brackets. Needs confidence. Bowen, Paqueta, Fornell, Skamaka.
It's a bit too strong for me.
That's far too strong. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but is that? Listen, are we thinking that we're just going to turn up and roll this team over completely?
No, I'm not. But we don't have to, though, James. But Southampton's a massive game for me on Sunday. It's a massive game. It's a must-3 points. And I think we need our stronger players fit.
And I get
cannot start. He started in the national break, both games. He's played the last 3 games for us as well in both competitions. He can't start this game and Southampton as well. That's so much.
Like I said, me personally, I like the team I saw away. The only person I would want to upgrade is Lanzini because I thought he was that bad. And if you put in Souček like over Lanzini, I think that would be good enough for me.
I would still roll. I can't stand Souček. Just get commentary in there, mate.
The only people I don't want to see.
He just needs dropping.
The only people I don't want to see tomorrow, even though I would like to see him, obviously, I don't want to see Paqueta, Rice, Zuma, Kerr, and
that's about it, I think.
Is that about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kera, Skamaka, Paqueta, Rice are the 4 that I don't want to see.
Well, I would say Skamaka, but he has to play. He doesn't have a choice. He has to play.
The problem is with the whole situation tomorrow is considering that if Antonio's not fit, I think if Antonio needs to have a lemsip or something, sort himself out, have a lemsip and bulk himself up, and he can play for an hour.
He could be playing it down a bit. Like he could definitely be playing tomorrow.
You know what I mean? Have a lemsip, chill out, enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? You ain't got West Ham are going to be attacking more than the
1000 S. I totally agree with you because your boy packed Paqueta, and he looks a decent call.
No, Tom packed Paqueta.
That's my account.
Right.
Well,
score predictions for tomorrow, lads.
It's really tough. Depends on lineup. Really, it's a bit of shot in the dark, really. I'll say 1-0. 1-0 us.
I think.
Actually, I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1.
I think he goes strong tomorrow, and what he'll do, he'll go strong. I think West Ham will win 3-0. I think Skamaka will play and score, and I think after the hour mark, you start seeing the sub coming on. I think you will see Ashby. I think you might even see that young striker, whether or not he's eligible to play. The one I can't pronounce his name. Is it begins with M? I can't pronounce his name. Yeah.
Mbomba.
Mbomba, yeah, that's the man.
Mbomba.
Yeah, I think he might come on. I think hopefully Cornet is back, getting back anytime soon. Do you know what I'm saying? But Antonio, if he's not fit tomorrow, then I'll be quite shocked, really. And hopefully Benny gets a goal, and West Ham rolled into the next round of the competition. Now, I want to speak to you for the last 10 minutes.
I need my prediction.
Get your prediction in.
I got the first one right last week. I said 2-0. Absolutely
did.
beautiful by me. No ball. And I'm gonna go 2-1. And I was gonna say that before Mitch came back and retorted his prediction.
Looks like to say, "Oh, Mitch is exactly what I was going to say." I'm like, "No, you weren't, mate. You've just been persuaded."
Beaver always picks you to go first.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to change that. Well, I will change that now. Let's talk about Sunday quickly because obviously yous are going, and I won't speak to you.
So
thank fuck. Listen, this week has been such a struggle. I've bled trying to get this ticket, and so has Mitch. We've bled real blood. I've drank my own blood to get this ticket.
Fair enough. And you've got a ticket.
Thank fuck.
Right, so you've got a ticket. So tell me what you think on Sunday. Right, I know it's a long way off, but it's a big game Sunday. Southampton away. We don't do well down there. What are both of you lads expecting when you get there on Sunday afternoon?
2-0. 2-0.
Are you confident on Sunday, Mitch?
I think Southampton are going down. Hasenhutl's in the mud. He's about to be sacked. He's losing his mind. No real chemistry. It's all a bit fucking knucklehead. They've got some individual good players like Joe Aribo. I think he's a tidy player. But again, I think we will come victorious.
Do you know what would be unbelievable? And clip this, people. Yeah, what I'm about to say. If Southampton go down, James Ward-Prowse to West Ham and Souček goes. You've heard it here first.
What? They goes? What?
Souček will leave.
Yeah.
And James Ward-Prowse will arrive at West Ham. 100%.
That would make.
And I've called that right now.
Randy.
I think that is on the cards massively.
Yeah.
And I think because West Ham have been lining him up for ages, and he's adamant.
Not Mitch. James knows. I've been on the James Ward-Prowse train to West Ham for dog years. I'd give up a limb for him to be at this club.
I would as well.
Yeah, I do. I think that could happen, mate. If Southampton go down, I don't see where he goes and fits in another top 6 side. Maybe Liverpool, maybe, but
I'm thinking.
I don't know. I think for them.
I think Liverpool could do better.
I think for Sunday, I think I'm going to go. I'm not as confident saying this. I just have a feeling it's going to happen. I'm going to go 3-1 because I forget who's that one Southampton center half, the one from Germany who everyone's been raving about. He is good.
Oh yeah.
But he's been having a stinker lately. He hasn't been very good the past couple of weeks. And I feel like Scamacca 1,000% is starting. He's going to use and abuse him. And I just feel like it's going to open up a lot for us. And I think we're going to get another Scamacca goal, another Paqueta assist, and I do think we'll score a set-piece goal. So I'm going to go 3-1, and I do think James Ward-Prowse is going to score an absolute worldie of a free kick in front of my eyes. And I'm going to be mad, but inside I'm going to be like, what a plur.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Confident.
I'm with you. For me, I think West Ham, this for me will decide if West Ham have changed their tune this game. Number one, we're away from home, so we've not got no home comforts. We're going to go to another ground and we're going to be put under pressure, and the pressure is going to be on us to try and defend and stop Southampton and try and get something out of the game. Oh, you would also see if Scamacca and Paqueta can arrive away from home in the Premier League. They've done it at home in the Premier League, but they've not done it away from home in the Premier League yet. And that for me is a key thing. Yeah, are they home boys, or can they do it on the road? So I am going to say I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham. I do think West Ham can win this game. The way we're playing, the way the team's playing, the way we're sort of what's the word, vibing at the minute. I do think West Ham can do Southampton in Southampton.
I think all our fans will be buzzing as well. I think that was just going to be great. Southampton's always a good way day.
The night out will
London
be great
Stadium,
too.
by the way, is a disgrace at the minute. The atmosphere's so bad.
It is, and I have to agree with that.
I've got to ask this
It's a
question.
disgrace.
Right. I've got to ask this question because Scott has been asking this. James, who starts on the left on Sunday? Now, I'm going to ask this and I'm going to hand it over to you, then we're going to wrap this up. Yeah. For me, if Benny plays well on Thursday, I think he has to. I think you have to give him a start. Right, if he does play well, I think last Thursday he done everything other than hit the back of the net. He hit the pigeon in Rosette, he hit the fucking ball boy, everything else other than the back of the net. You know what I mean? And he was awful last week. If he say, for instance, he turns up tomorrow night and scores a brace or scores a goal and makes a goal, and
if Saïd Benrahma gets 2 goal contributions tomorrow, I think he has to start on Sunday because that left wing spot is incredibly competitive right now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, not everyone rates Fornals, but I think people are forgetting about Fornals in the side right now with Paqueta and Scamacca. He does, in my opinion, and other people do think this too, he links up play well with quick one-touch passes. But the left wing position is so competitive right now, and it's so cutthroat that you have to pick the most informed player. And if Benrahma takes his chance tomorrow and gets 2 goal contributions, or even let's just say he scores an absolute worldie, he has to play on Sunday.
I agree.
I think last week
100% bang on the money.
Yeah, I think last week there was no way you could pick him on Sunday.
Exactly.
After what I see on Thursday, there was no way anyone, and this is coming from me, right? I was like, he can't play because he was awful on Thursday. So, yeah, listen, I'm with you on that. Fazan says if Cornet starts, pick him.
We can.
I would have
Cornet.
I think if Cornet's fit, then get him over on that left-hand side. But it's whether or not he's fit or not. Right, we will wrap it up there, lads. Mitchell, Lucas, thank you very much for coming on tonight. I really do appreciate it.
No worries, James.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, anyone who's doesn't know, I'm running a giveaway. And E20 Xmas, put it in the comment section below at the end of this video. You get entered into a draw. If you become a member, then you get double the bubbles. That's your name goes in twice, and that is on me. And one's Paqueta shirt, printed, everything top.
The whole 9
notch.
yards, baby.
The whole 9 yards.
From Dagenham Sunday Market.
Right.
From Romford Market, baby.
That's gone bust as a Dagenham Sunday Market. Mitch. I will say that. I'll get to that in a minute.
They're all at
The other
Romford
one
right now.
is a Scamacca shirt, number 7, Bosch, as the boys would say. So yeah, listen, Mitch, Dagenham Market is no more, son. It is like they've all gone. They've all gone for a Burton.
No more Air Maxes without the Nike logo.
Yeah, I mean, no more of that. I will say that. Don't put it in the chat now. Put it in after the video is done.
Put it in the comments, people.
I will add you to the wheel of luck and fortune, and that's what it'll be.
Remember, you got your name entered twice.
Twice hiding, baby.
Double the
Double the bubble. Anyway, I will leave it at that. I really do appreciate everyone who's been watching tonight. We've had 50 people, 40
and
people.
If you want a Craig Dawson kit, you know what? I feel like that should be upon request. I feel like if someone wants a Dawson kit, they should get it.
If someone doesn't want a Scamacca or Paqueta, why don't they want a Dawson one? By all means, you know what I mean? Whatever they see fit. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking Craig, as they would say. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We'll be back tomorrow night to do an afterthought and player ratings. I don't think none of the boys will be about because they will be heading back from the bowl. And
what time is kickoff tomorrow?
8 o'clock, mate. So there's no way. There's no way you boys are getting back. But I will be running it solo tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, enjoy your Wednesday evening, whatever you're doing. We're off to play Among Us. I think that's what it's calling it? Among Us? Is it?
Yeah.
And thank you all.
He usually says Amongst Us. He's a fucking geezer. Yes, James.
Thank you all for the kind donations tonight.
Yeah. Also, I appreciate the donations all. Anyway, from me to you, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
I've never found a love like this.